Yo guys, Gluten-Free EDC here. I am Brian, your gluten-sensitive representative. Today I have the Quiet Carry Waypoint Large. A little bit of an unboxing. This is the Quiet Carry Waypoint. The original model that it's based off of, the large, is simply a larger variant. So let's dive on in. Just gonna make sure, I figure this was a more proper unboxing tool. So that was good. This side looks like it needs some doing. Alrighty. This knife is in Van-X, an amazing steel. This is a user for me. I am a fisherman, an angler. I really like fishing. This is my go-to knife when I am fishing. It has been used and abused. I've used it for everything, trout fishing, especially cutting through gills. I've even filleted a fish with this thing. It was not easy, but it's doable. Amazing knife. I love that I could just wash it off and it's good to go because it's on washers and Van-X steel. So, ooh. Get that little pine nut out of there. Alrighty. So this is the box. Funny enough, doesn't look too much bigger, the box, than I feel like the original one was. So you push it on out. Cool little box, has like a little symbol, not a little symbol, like a mock-up of the Waypoint. Pretty cool. Quiet Carry, their symbol. Some little symbols. Nifty. Oh, here we've got, what's that say? We've got W, I don't know. Knurled, KN, Stonewash for the SW, and WI or WL, Waypoint Large, Titanium. That's what I'm going for. Got this little thing that they come with, limited lifetime warranty. Our warranty is simple. We guarantee all our products against defects for the original owner. If you find an issue under normal use, we will repair or replace your Quiet Carry product. Be sure to keep your knife clean, oiled, and sharp. Boom. So let's dive on in. Let's get that out of the way. So we're gonna put this one over right there. That's fine. So right away, it's super thin. Oh, interesting. So this is stonewashed on this side, knurled on this side. That's not for me. I'd rather it be the same on both. Stonewash is grippy enough. The knurled is pretty cool. It's like not horrible. It's like what you would want, maybe like a screwdriver or a gun stock maybe. So let's see. All right, pops open just the same. You've got an inset lock, a nested inset lock, right? So I've explained it before, but essentially a liner lock would be the entire liner has a portion of it, of the liner itself, cut out to be used as the lock bar. In this case, instead, it is a separate lock bar that is screwed into the liner, or in this case the frame, right? So that is how you get an inset lock. Sorry, my voice is kind of shoddy right now. Allergies. So yep, nice and smooth on the drop. It is on washers, phosphor bronze washers, Van-X steel. So on the other one, yep, you can see it right here. So we have Van-X steel right there. So it's this entire knife between the titanium, the lock bar. The lock bar is in LC200N is the proper term. That is pretty impervious to corrosion as well. So between the Van-X, LC200N, used on a lot of Spydercos, and the titanium, the only bit that would be questionable would be the hardware, which is titanium and stainless steel. And it's military grade stainless steel is what they refer to it as. So really, really nice. The ergos are really good. Big knife, big old knife, really. Let me go get my ruler. Let's look at just how big this knife is. So from tip to about handle, you're just like over 3.5 inches. You're close to 3 3/4 inch, really. So pretty big knife. Funny, I'm looking at a 4-inch knife for the first time. At Blade Show, we'll see if I get it whenever I release this video. So that would be a large knife. But yeah, really nice. I think the action is phenomenal. Botched it on the middle finger flip, but I could get it if I kind of angle it how I normally would. Yeah, you can get it. There is not really as much of a cutout, so you can see this is a little more for a right-handed individual because there's a little more cutout there, whereas on this side there's no space really. There's the cutout in the scale itself, but you can see it does go further down. That simply is for access to this lock bar, right? Access on the lock bar is amazing. It being an inset lock, it's pretty light to push over. That's typical of inset locks I've found. This one does have some internal milling for weight reduction. So you can see right on that side. And we can see it on... Is there any on this side? I don't believe so, actually. So not much on that side, it looks like. But there definitely is on this side. Clip works amazing. I mean, this is a hard clip to beat. It's super deep carry. You're only going to show that little tiny bit. And it's fantastic in and out of pocket. Wire clips, I mean... I'm surprised they're not more popular, really. It's a great clip. It works perfect. I don't think it looks that bad, a wire clip. I think maybe that's probably the reason that they're not used. Everyone wants a milled titanium clip. You know, to each their own. I like me a milled titanium clip, but the functionality of this is just hard to pass on for me. So yeah, it still has a nice pop. Feels large in hand when you're deploying the blade, and when you're closing it, you could tell there's a little more blade there. So let's just quick compare this. So we have 3 1/4 inch blade to about 3 3/4 blade, right? So quite the difference there. And then if we look at the handle size, we're at about 4 3/4. And yeah, so just over, not quite 4 1/4. So yeah, it's overall just much larger, even in terms of height or width, if you will. I'm going to go with height. So it's a good bit larger than the regular Waypoint. The Waypoint, I think, is kind of perfect. 3.25 inch blade for me, like that's what I want. That's a perfect knife in my opinion. This guy is definitely too big for what I'd typically like. I think there's a time and a place for having a larger knife, and having it in Vanex and titanium and washers, those phosphor bronze washers, like, yeah, that's hard to beat. Their thumb studs work decent. I've used this knife so much at this point that, yeah, they work. They're not the most comfortable if you're going to be fidgeting with it. This isn't really the best fidget knife in my opinion. It does have a snappy opening. Less snappy, I think, than this one. This one, I think because there's less weight being thrown around, that detent works perfect. I think you need a bit stiffer of a detent if you're going to do that with this one. But, I mean, you can see and hear that is pretty snappy. It's got the same kind of hollow grind going on, so really, really great. This is a slicey knife. I've used this one a lot, and it seems to be very similar with regard to the blade. Aside from just the size, I don't want to scratch anything, but so you can see it's definitely thicker by maybe a hair, and maybe that's just me thinking that. Right there we go. Hard to get the focus with the shine on that. So yeah, it seems maybe a bit thicker, but honestly not too much. It might be the same, honestly. And then behind the edge seems to be the same as well, from what I could tell. Yeah, it seems pretty similar. They're phenomenal at the grinds. They got a good plunge grind. They got good edge termination before there. With the, I'm forgetting what it is right now, with the cutout. But yeah, so you're not going to get too many smiles. I've sharpened this one a good few times. I've even had to regrind it because I chipped it out. Totally fine. I'm not getting any smiles. I am using a fixed angle system. The next time I sharpen this, I think will be on a whetstone though, because I've been trying to get into that. So yeah, all in all, pretty good. I like the jimping. It's not like too aggressive, but it's enough that it will catch your thumb. I'm not really typically doing the stabby with this type of knife. I have done that with the fish though to get in there, so it is useful to have it when you do actually need it. And it's a nice place to put your thumb. It just feels good. This one, you could really work your way up because there's substantial room right here. You are going to fall into that sharpened edge though, so I wouldn't recommend it. So really, the typical grip is going to be, your standard, I think, saber grip is what that's referred to as maybe. You could have it flipped around for more of this reverse grip. But all in all, yeah, I think awesome knife. I am super psyched to have this one. Real quick, I'm going to take it off camera, and I want to see what I have in my pocket today is the Spect from Blade Show 2022. Feeling nostalgic. I'm looking forward to Blade Show 2024. So much bigger than that one. Figure pull that out. I just want to see what this is like in pocket. Yep, just as amazing as the regular quiet carry Waypoint. Man, oh man, guys, it's a great knife. If you liked the Waypoint but didn't think it was big enough, this will be perfect for you. If you like smaller knives, yeah, the quiet carry Waypoint is probably, the regular Waypoint is probably the way to go. Not the quiet carry Waypoint large, but it seems the exact same in every regard. They got the same variants going on. This stonewash, oh my goodness, if I could have gotten one in this, I would have. This is the only one available when I bought this one, so I just went ahead and snatched it up. Do I regret that? No. I mean, whatever. But preference, yeah, definitely would have gone with the stonewash. I think that's beautiful. It's grippy enough. Definitely have... it's like the same, maybe a little TLC coated, might be a little more grippy. The knurling though, I mean, that's super grippy. So those are your different variants. I'd prefer a stonewash blade. I just like stonewashed everything, so that's just preference. I think that's really just, you're not getting too much craziness out of that. Like use wise, I doubt it's going to impact anything too much. The grinds are all going to be the same. The steel is the same. So yeah, really glad I got to share this one with you guys. Would I recommend it? Yeah, 100%. It's a sick knife. Quiet carry Waypoint, large. Yeah. Would I recommend this one? Really, it's just for size. This is one of the few keepers I have in my collection, so this is one of my favorite knives of all time. So that's my bias. But yeah, depending on the size you want, yeah, get a quiet carry Waypoint. It's totally worth it. They're sick. that'll be it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. Please leave a comment below. Which one do you prefer? Large, small, and quiet carry Waypoint? Yeah, what's your overall take? Is it one of the best knives out there, like I seem to think it is? Let me know below, and subscribe if you want to see more content. Thank you, guys.